So you're probably wondering what the best shoe is to attack a Hyrox race. I'm here to let you know the 4 shoes that I've worn over my 6 races with Hyrox. So for those of you that don't know, Hyrox is now a global race. And to take part is simple. Get yourself online, get yourself signed up. You have to be quick because those tickets sell really fast now. Now the concept of the race is really quite simple and lucky enough needs no skill, it just needs you to have some grit. The race itself totals 8 kilometers of running and they are broken down into 1 kilometer splits. After every kilometer of running, you'll then go into what's known as the rock zone, which is your space between the running track and an exercise zone, and then you'll go into your specific exercise. So it's 1k of running, 1 exercise, repeated 8 times. And of course the big question with this is, well, what is the best trainer to do all this? As there's a lot of running, you need good support in your running trainer. But there are certain stations which require a lot of grip as well. So you need to be mindful of that when choosing your ideal trainer for this Hyrox race. I've done 6 Hyrox races over the last 2 years, and within those races I've worn 4 different types of trainers. My first pair of trainers were, in my opinion, a complete and utter failure. And I'm going to run you through that in a minute. And as you can see here, we've got 3 other sets of trainers which I'm going to give you the stats for and my opinions for, and also how much they cost me at the time. So my first ever Hyrox race was in Manchester in 2022. It was when the sport was just about coming to life and it wasn't really that busy. And I'd literally purchased a new pair of trainers the month before that I wanted to break in. And those trainers were the Nike Pegasus 38 Shields. And if you've ever seen those, they're really good outdoor running trainers. They're a lightweight running shoe, non-slip cushion sole. They've got the Flyknit technology, reflectors, they're waterproof for winter training, and they're great support and grip. They are really good outdoor running trainers, but they are not ideal for indoors. When you consider what Hyrox is, which is an indoor event, and especially nowadays where there's lots and lots of people, you need trainers which are going to allow your feet to breathe. Sadly, this did not happen at Manchester in 2022, and I was made so uncomfortable probably about 4k in because my feet just felt so hot. So for Hyrox, personally, not a great idea. Outdoor running, December through to February, absolutely perfect. Now when I bought these Nike Pegasus 38 Shields, they was on offer. They was $135.95 down to $114.95, and I love a bargain, so I got those purchased. Sadly, after the race, just didn't think that they were for me. Nike do a really good 60-day returns, and I managed to get a full refund for those. I then attempted Hyrox in London 3 or 4 months later, and I decided to use the Pegasus 38s. Now these for me have always been a winner, and I've been wearing these since 2017. Not these trainers in particular. And I absolutely love these trainers. The black and white ones are just versatile. They go with any sort of tracksuit outfit, and being a personal trainer, I need to be in trainers all day. So these go with pretty much any outfit I've got. These are a responsive trainer for the road. They have a slightly wider forefoot. There's mesh in the upper shoe. They're a lightweight springy trainer which is actually complemented from the Nike React foam. So there's extra foam within the tongue as well, which makes it more comfortable when you're doing your shoelaces up. There's great support and grip. But one thing I have found out with the Pegasus versions is that once you get to the 40s, there's just a slightly different feel for them. As you can see, the grip on the bottom is absolutely fantastic. So this makes doing the sled push and the sled pull easier because you're not slipping everywhere. Now when I bought these on the Nike website, I got an absolute steal for these. So these were up for $119.99, and at the time they was on sale for $65.97. So it made sense to buy 2 sets of these trainers. Love them. I ended up doing my next 2 races in those Pegasus trainers. Both of those races were done in a doubles pair, which enabled us to run a little bit faster and really give it 100% on those exercise stations while you're encouraged to grab a rest while your partner's working. I got some really good times in those trainers. So the third time I've done doubles, I actually done them in my Nike Vaporfly 2s. The Nike Vaporfly 2s are a great racing shoe. If you're heading out to do 5, 10k, a half marathon, full marathon, These trainers are absolutely ideal for that. I actually got a PB last year at the Great Eastern Run at a 1:28:01 wearing these shoes. They were brilliant. The Nike Vaporfly shoes have responsive cushioning, they have the Nike Zoom X foam and full length carbon plate, which means that with every single step you have a responsiveness from the trainer and an added push off from the ground. They're ultra breathable and have a soft upper mesh, which quite literally makes these trainers extra light as well, lets the air all the way through them. Not ideal in the rain because you just get sodden wet feet. They have an internal foam pod at the heel, which make these extra soft, but don't be fooled, because of that, they're actually a little bit unstable at the heel. So if you are going to wear these for a Hyrox event, just note that when you're doing the wall balls and when you're doing the lunges, you won't have as much stability within the heel, within the ankle, and you'll actually start to feel it a bit more. So in my opinion, there's probably more chance of injury doing those kind of movements within these trainers. Now, the flexibility grooves within the sole actually mean that these trainers are for a wide array of terrain. They don't grip so well on the Hyrox carpet. And as I said, I wore these in my doubles, and luckily enough, I had enough energy from the recovery I was receiving to grit in and really push down a little bit harder. But there were a few times when my feet did slip, and they actually slipped as well, even more so in the pool. So although these Vaporflies are an absolutely stunning trainer, I love the orange, it's my favourite colour, it goes well with my brand Tiger Fitness. These, in my opinion, are not the best trainer to run a Hyrox in. But if you've got a half marathon coming up, then slip these bad boys on. So I actually got a steal with these Vaporflies. When I logged onto the Nike website, they were actually on sale for £125.98, down from £225. Puma have actually now brought out the DV8s too, which is specified as a better trainer. I wasn't lucky enough to get hold of some of those before I went for my last Hyrox, which was actually a competition between myself and one of my members at Tiger Fitness. Now, he purchased the Puma Nitros and he's got the 2s. He ran the Great Eastern Half Marathon with me in his Nitro DV8 2s, and he got 30 seconds slower than what I did, and I was wearing the Vaporflies. So it got my mind ticking, because I know that he bought these trainers specifically for Hyrox. So some of the stats for the Puma DV8 Nitros are they've got the Nitro Elite Premium and Performance Foam. They've got the inner plate, carbon composite plate, designed for maximum energy transfer. They have the Puma grip, so it says all surface traction. They have the mono mesh upper, and they also have reflectors as well. Now, one thing I will say about the Puma Nitro DV8s is that they are a comfortable trainer. They offer support around the ankle. And if you can see the underside of these trainers, you can see that they're well used. I've been using these and all of these trainers over the last few months. And as you'll know, in 2023, 2024, the weather hasn't really been that great. The grip on these trainers are good, but arguably not as good as the Nike Pegasus Zooms. They are a brilliant trainer. They're absolutely stunning for running in, but I have noticed wear on the sides already. And I've only used these trainers for probably a maximum of 6 or 7 runs so far. So it does get me questioning the quality of the sole that these trainers have. But the great thing about these Pumas, and it may have had something to do with my fitness as well after an extensive 12-week training program, was that I did get a PB in the Puma Nitro DV8s. My last Hyrox saw me grab a PB of 66.52, which was actually 4 minutes faster than my last solo Hyrox and almost 10 minutes faster than my first ever Hyrox. So the Puma DV8 Nitros are highly endorsed by Hyrox anyway, and to be fair, that's why my member Bazza got them, and then that's the reason why I got them as well. So out of the 4 pairs of trainers that I've worn at Hyrox events, my go-to trainers would be the Nike Pegasus Zooms or the Puma DV8 Nitros. So I actually got these Puma DV8 Nitros on offer, as I did the rest, but this time I got these from Start Fitness. They were on offer for $99.99, down from $169.99. They came reasonably fast, and I actually got a free pair of socks with them as well. So shout out to Start Fitness for those. So my top tips of getting the most out of your Hyrox event is to ensure that your trainer are reasonably lightweight, they've got good cushioning and good support around the ankle, and that you've got unlimited grip underneath your foot. You need great grip underfoot to support you in your efforts. There's nothing worse than being a little bit depleted of energy, you're under fatigue, you're gassed out, and your trainers just aren't playing ball. Of course, choose the loudest pair of trainers that you can, so that whoever's supporting you in the field can spot you straight away. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope that you all have a great race. Good luck in the future, and I'll probably see you out there in the field at some point.